empty cup. Just crack a smile and fill it up. Fill it up.
Welcome to After the Final Pour, brought to you by the Malting Hour. I am one of your hosts, Tony Bullock, joined always with
Brandon Winninger.
Brandon. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Feeling pretty good. That episode we just did with Ray was great. A lot of good beers. And we had 3, but 2 of them were pretty big.
That they were.
That microphone, Sweet Drums, is delicious. But that's not what we're drinking now, Brandon. What are we drinking?
We are drinking Central Water Brewing's Cassian Sunset, a stout aged in used oak bourbon barrels with coffee, vanilla, and cinnamon added.
Do you know what year is it from?
This is 2018.
Okay.
I haven't taken a sip yet, so.
I swirled it around. I think I was getting a little bit of the, because I didn't rinse my glass, a little bit of the barrel from Sweet Drums.
Yeah.
Exactly, Aggie. I got worried originally when I say originally, I mean when you read there's coffee in this beer from 2018. I was like, oh no, please don't give me that dreaded green pepper. And it's not there.
No.
It's a very pleasant, light-bodied, not a big barrel characteristic. Also, we are coming off of, trying some other beers.
Yeah.
I get a nice bit of cinnamon. I get the coffee. Vanilla accent. Nothing like, not a vanilla bomb or anything. It's quite pleasant, my friend.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing. And I was worried because there's actually a little more body to this. But there's been a few Central Water, bourbon barrel-aged beers or, high... imperial stouts, I think that we've had in the past, not necessarily on the show, but this is it's got some body.
Yeah,
it's got a little heat
while still being lighter. As some of the bigger, thicker, adjuncted barrel aged stouts. It's like a cola color to it.
Yep.
The white foam in the head, a little tan to it, but not dark. I'm not getting that weird metallic bitterness I sometimes get from stouts, that especially bottles like this I feel like I kind of get when I have a stout.
Yeah.
Overall, I think this is really tasty. The cinnamon, there's a little bit of, it's not burn, but there's a cinnamon type heat that I get after I take a sip.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The spice is nice though. And that's going to be my new tagline. The spice is nice.
Spice is nice.
Also,
yeah.
I don't think I've sat next to you or sat this close to you in a long time for the podcast. This feels weird.
Go away.
I feel like a guest.
But yeah, it's very well done, and I'm actually shocked at it. This has been sitting on the shelf for a while, and I'm shocked at it, how well it's held up. I was expecting it to be really green from the coffee, or just not good in general.
And not by any fault of Central Waters, but the fact that it's a 6-year-old beer.
Yeah, you age beers and you take the risk, but this one's been sitting around for a while and it's tasty, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some of the other Central Water beers that I've had. I feel like was there a rum one?
I know because I had a ton of them. 16th anniversary one.
Oh yeah.
And that one was tasty, but it started to fall off after a while. I
definitely poke my nose into what Central Waters is releasing. If I go to Binny's or any other liquor store and I see Central Waters, because they do a good job. They remind me a lot of the way New Holland does their barrel aged stuff, where it's not you're not getting a massive barrel flavor, but you are still getting barrel aged flavor.
Yeah.
From these beers. And I would say 9 out of 10 times the adjuncts work, and they really they shine, and they're not something that's overpowering, and it's not overly sweet or, super thick body or super thin. Like you said, we have had some Central Waters that did. And same thing with New Holland's Dragon's Milk. I've had some really good Dragon's Milk, and I've had some Dragon's Milk where I was like, I don't know if that's not for me. I think they had a rum barrel aged one, and that's what I was confusing. I was not a huge fan of that. But, yeah, good choice, man.
Yeah, no, this really good, representation of what Central Waters should be. Because, I know they put out great beers, and I know that like they do a lot of work, man. And I don't like. They're in Wisconsin. We've never been there. Like that's a place we should probably
go and visit. And actually, that's something because I know I'm used to seeing Central Waters things, like I said, at like Benny's.
Amherst, Wisconsin.
Ooh, we should travel there. Oh, that's not. I looked it up and it gave me something else.
Oh well, maybe they moved because that's what's on the bottom.
No, it's something completely. There's two. They have 2 locations. There's one in Milwaukee.
Ooh,
and then
really?
Did you say Amherst, Wisconsin?
Yep.
Yeah, that's that is. Let's see how far. Let's see how far it is for us if we were to travel there right now. 3 hours and 20 minutes, baby.
Let's go.
It's not far from Stevens Point.
Okay.
And if we wanted to, we can take the 3 hour and 45-minute version of the trip. No, we're not doing that. Yeah, it would be great. It would be nice. But yeah, I normally see their things or their beers when I am just kind of poking around at Benny's or a liquor store, and there are definitely more times than not my interest is piqued. Like, oh, this sounds really good. I want to try this. And going through like their tap list right now, like the Mud Puppy Porter, I know I've had that before. I feel like that is something that I've had numerous times from them. But like the Brewers Reserve series are the ones that I see the most at, Benny's. Like they've got their regular bourbon barrel stout, bourbon barrel Scotch ale, a Phantasma Cosmico chocolate stout. That's also just a reserve, and it's imperial. And then the Brewers Reserve Vanilla Bean Stout. And this is at the Amherst. Yeah, I think I said that right. But I don't really see their other beers around. Like they have like standard. There's like IPAs, pale ales, porter's the other one, and maybe I'm just used to seeing the reserve series, and I'm not really locking my brain into that's Central Waters.
Yeah, and I don't know what we all get. Like they might be selective of what we get down here, but like
Aggie agrees.
Yeah, but this is
it's tasty. I like it.
For as old as it is, it's good.
Yeah, I am not mad at this beer at all. 6 years old and still tasting good. Brandon, how many water drops are you giving this? How many water drops are you giving this one?
I'll do a solid 4.
Yeah, I'm there with you. I'm like you know what, 4. Especially because it is a 6-year-old beer.
Yeah.
If this was, again, some of these beers that you've aged, it'd be great to see what they were like fresh if we haven't had them before. So, again, another beer for us to look out for.
Yep.
Brandon, love you, buddy.
Love you too, man.
And we'll see you right next week.
Bye.
Cheers.
This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us individually on social media. Brandon can be found on Instagram as BMDub81, on Twitter, BDub81, and on Untapped as BDubDrinksBeer. Tony can be found on Instagram and Untapped under Ace of Help Chicago, on Twitter, The Ace of Help Chicago. Clark can be found as Clarkowski on all 3. Dan can be found on Instagram as hip__hops and hip hops on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, like, and rate the show on your preferred podcast listening platform. Until next time, cheers from all of us at The Malting Hour.